want to, to live without waving you. Wave.
Hello!
Hello, hello.
Okay. And now she can go.
Okay.
Okay, so hello and welcome to our TED Talk class. Today we will speak about Mystery Box, strange TED Talk about mystery, about plots, story, movies. I don't know about what else. Vasants, have you chance to watch it? Would you like to summarize it or tell us?
Yes, yes, I watched it, and this speaker was no, he's a movie producer and a screenwriter, and he produced a lot of TV series, famous TV series, especially Lost, and mostly they are science fiction series. And in this video, he talked about his childhood experience, where his grandfather shared a mystery box. His grandfather gifted him a mystery box, and he still haven't opened it because he wanted to maintain the surprise. And he likes surprises, so he didn't open it. And he shared a lot of facts and movie clips from his own and other movies. And I think this is how I remember. Okay.
Yes, and I have to watch that with subtitles. I didn't understand him too fast. I don't know. He was trying to joke a lot, and I didn't get it from first time.
Yeah, he was speaking too. Yeah, very, very quick.
Anything else, Diana? What we missed?
Well, actually, Vasant told you what I understood from it. So he was giving a lot of examples. That's true. So he was talking about mystery, and but as far as I understood, he bought that mystery box, but he didn't open it because. And he didn't even remember why he didn't open it then, but now he doesn't want to open it because it kind of represents the spirit of his late grandfather. So, and the grandfather for him was that person who gave him the ability to find this mystery, to see the mystery into everything. So he gave him this urge to learn, to discover, to find out something new every time. So, and I think that he is really lucky, because not everyone has such a person in their life. So very often we have those limitations, just other people limit us in, ban us from discovering new stuff and doing something new and inventing something new. So he is very lucky, and I can understand why he grew up and became whom he became. So that's very nice. So I don't know what else was there.
So it was a good point about this grandfather and lucky event, right, and so on. But I think it's happened with everyone, with each of us, in different manners, in different ways, I think. But when I listened to this TED Talk, I recalled how my grandfather gave me an axe and teach me some carpentry works, and I still love that. I still love to do something with that, with these instruments. I don't know their name, chisels, maybe axes, something else. I like that still. So it's. I think that young person will find interesting hobby in everything what you give them. It's my opinion.
I just don't think that I was like that. I was too, I don't know, too good probably, too obedient maybe. So, and I was busy, but I was busy with the conventional things. So I was doing what I was told to do. I was not this adventurous child. Well, yeah, of course, we had more freedom probably. You know, we were walking and playing around, playing outside all the time. But I don't know, I was probably too cautious or something like that. So I wasn't that adventurous, and I didn't discover something, you know, I don't know.
But I think it's also interesting, this coincidence with grandfathers, because grandfather not in charge with your education.
Yeah.
Usually, he
Yeah.
doesn't care about, you know, your lessons, your homework, and something else.
Oh, I get it. My grandfathers were far away from me. That's it. Yeah. I only had parents and younger sisters. I was in charge. So I was the model, you know, just look at her. She's so good, you know, and that kind of burden was my burden.
So all work, no play. How they say it?
Well, yeah. A dull boy. I was a dull boy of the family. Look at her. Yeah.
Well, and again, it's a very interesting point. I think that we cannot predict that. We cannot predict what people will love in adult life. And all these small hobbies, all these small opportunities are very important. You can just show some small details. Give a camera, or I don't know, give some boxing bag, and maybe it will become a hobby for lifelong.
Yeah.
And as more opportunities we provide, as more chances we have that it will be something good, you know, not killing dogs.
Yeah, that's right.
But with something. Teacher Lee corrected me, all work and no play. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah. Teacher Lee, who was your grandfather? I mean, grandfather figure. We cannot hear you.
My grandfathers were uneducated. My family was poor, so mainly they just did fishing. So I fished a little bit when I was young, but I never got excited about fishing, so I didn't get much inspiration.
I see. Well, Sans, do you have a personal story? Sounds like that.
Yes, I think all the grandfathers are the same when it comes to gifting the non-academic things, right? Because I think the reason is they are experienced far better than our parents, I think, because our parents are at the mid-age and they are most likely focused to the future and the savings kind of thing. So economically getting better, but the grandfathers are not just like that. They have seen more than that. So like 60 years of living, they gain a lot of experience, so they know what is more important to a child, because they have traveled through that age, so they know what is better to their grandsons or granddaughter.
Yes, so it's a good combination, right? In our grandparents and in one's grandparents, we have a good combination. A lot of experience, some life experience, some skills, and in the same time, they're not in charge in your ordinary things. They don't care about your homework and so on. I always, not always, but from time to time, I'm not happy with my boy when grandparents care about about him, that they don't do that homework what I asked, but they did other things, you know, playing football, something else, some fun. But I understand that it's maybe a better thing. So it looks like it's an international thing, as Hassan said, should be said. So the first line about grandparents, we closed it. Like it's useful, no doubts.
Right.
Okay, what is the mystery box? What is the speaker talking about? why it's called so mystery box? Hello, Gerard.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you, if you watched this TED talk, can you explain us?
Don't jump, Ivan. I wanted to say to you like that many times. Don't jump on the newcomer like that with your question. You know.
Why not?
It's not very polite. Yeah, the person just comes in and here you are, you know, with your difficult question. Let him take off the hat, you know.
Diana, it's a special technique. We call it moment of trust. It's the best moment to ask people when they don't ready.
Yes, not expected.
Okay, so you volunteered to answer instead of Gerard, right?
Sure. What was the question?
What is the mystery box? Why it calls so? What is the sync mystery box?
Mystery box is the thing which makes us, you know, move forward. This is like thing which entice us, which makes our life interesting. So, and actually mystery box can be in everywhere. So as he so in a book, you know, in a good book, there are a couple of mystery boxes, you know, and they keep us involved, keep us interested, and keep us make us want to go on and read the story. The same in the movies, everything. So I think that mystery box is like a hook, you know, which drags us, which keeps us involved and keeps us makes us want to move on. So that's the mystery box for me.
Some question, some puzzle. What else?
Yeah.
And when I listened to this speaker, to his talk about mystery box, I immediately recalled about Schrödinger's cat.
About the actual box and the poor cat.
Actual box with the actual cat and the mystery inside.
And the mystery, yes.
Do you know the story about Schrödinger? No?
No, don't know that one.
You don't know this one? Oh my goodness, that's a famous one. That's a famous mystery.
Gerard, can you explain us what is Schrödinger cat?
I forgot. I don't know whether I know that. I don't know.
What sounds? Have you heard about it?
No.
No.
That's
Oh my goodness. Cool. So
Well,
Big Bang Theory is for you. People watch the Big Bang Theory.
Not only that. It's an interesting idea. It's explained in many books, and actually, it's a physics experiment.
Yes, the experiment. Yes.
Experiment. How we call that experiment? That it's made not in nature, not in real life, but in a mind. How we can say?
Mental puzzle? I don't know.
Imaginary experiment, maybe.
Imaginary,
You just modulate it. You don't do that. You just modulate it. Just logic experiment. So just imagine that we have a box, good big enough box, and you put a cat inside it, and the case of the box has a mechanism. When you open it, you can open poison inside it.
Well, not when you open it. So actually, the poison inside the box can kill the cat anytime. It doesn't. So you don't know when exactly the cat will be killed. That's the reason. So you don't know whether the cat in the box is alive or dead, because you don't know the exact moment of the poison, which, when the poison will be released. So the puzzle is, you have a cat in the box, and you can, and you don't, a live cat in the box, or you don't have a live cat in the box. So you never know. So there is a cat in the box, but you don't know whether it is alive or dead. So that's the
and a little more details, because you don't know is it alive or dead. You can think that it's both. It's both dead and alive in this moment, and it's usually used in school to explain quantum paradoxes. It's to explain the state of electron. The electron usually we think that it's in two superpositions in the same time. The same with this cat.
Yes.
why I saw that case brings
magic box.
That mechanism is wired to the case, because I think there is some I have to read that. Maybe I misunderstood it, but I think that your actions somehow involved in this experiment. So you do something, it's your action, and after something happens. Gerard, please.
That reminds me Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So you can observe a particle, you know, a subatomic particle, because when you observe a subatomic particle, you modify, you know, the electrons, so never you can know for sure where the electrons are.
Right. It's about that. When measuring changes the states, you can never state what state was before. So it's uncertain paradox or something like this. And this cat somehow was very popular and mentioned in many movies, in many stories, and so on. So and this kind of
cat, you know. People love cats, so it makes it memorable.
As we know, internet was built to share cats' pictures. Right?
Kittens, that's right. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so it was a distraction, right? Teacher Lee, please.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I've never heard of this thought experiment. But if you said when you open the box, you change the state of the cat. I think this might be what the mystery is. It's like quantum physics. If you open the box, you're opening the box makes it change to the opposite state. So if you open the box and the cat's alive, then the cat was dead, and when you open the box, it came to life. If you open the box and the cat is dead, then the cat was alive, but when you looked at it, it was dead. I think that's the thought experiment, or it makes you think in that way, because the principle of quantum physics is when you look at a quark, you don't know if it's on or off, but when you look at it, it changes to the opposite position. I don't understand it, but that sounds like what this box is talking about.
The good thing that no one understands quantum physics.
Right, very nice. It's not just me. It's not just me then. Okay.
It just works somehow. So.
What a relief, yeah.
Okay, so mystery box, puzzles, surprises, something uncertain in our life. And my question was, does not our real life always have this mystery box? We always have something in future, something what we can predict, something what we expect, and that's why we expect this in stories, in the movies, and so on. Don't you agree? Or it's possible not to have these mystery boxes at all?
I think without mystery, life is not as interesting.
But I think it's even not a question of interest. You cannot avoid that. You can't avoid it. Even if you decide that, no, I don't want any mystery in my life. Let everything be on rules. It doesn't happen usually. You will have something new, something happen, something unpredictable. Jacques, do you think it's possible to plan our life?
To plan, no, because we have a lot of variables in our life. We cannot control them. There are many factors that we can't control. So what's the point? You can plan our life, but many different things can arise and change everything. Only a small thing can change our lives. A small, an important thing, or someone do something to us unintentionally. You know, it's impossible.
Right, and I have a proof every day. Every day I look in my Google Calendar and I see a lot of actions what did not take place because of something unexpected.
Yeah.
I actually mentioned another effect, the butterfly effect. Right? We discussed it once. Vasants, can you recall this? What is butterfly effect?
Yes, butterfly effect is chaos theory. I think every single moment on the earth connects to the another moment on the earth. Like a butterfly the wing movement of a butterfly can cause a tsunami in Japan. So everything, every single thing is connected to each other.
The ripple effect.
It's what Gerard called variables, right? So something happens over the ocean and you will face it tomorrow at 8 and you cannot predict it. Another question. Let me copy it. If you put yourself in his shoes, would you open that mystery box? Actually, I don't understand why he did not opened it. Because if you like surprise, it's actually it's a surprise. You get it? If you don't like surprise, so throw it away. But I don't know. I will open it immediately.
Maybe he was a time traveler and he gives you the winning lottery ticket for tomorrow. And if you don't open it, you miss that opportunity to get rich. Yeah.
Yes, but in general, can you maintain surprises in this case? You know, when my parents bought me a surprise for my birthday, I always pick my nose in that to know exactly what is that a way before the event. Diana, have you this how we call it strength to not to open surprise?
No, I don't. I just, if I have the mystery box, I would probably open it as well. And I think that he did open it. It was just like for the drama effect or something like that. So I will never open it. So why? Why this box was standing and why did he bring it over there? Just, okay. But, well, maybe there are some people who can do that. I don't know.
I just recall how audience reacted to that. They applauded,
yes.
Applauded all the time, and when he finished his talk, they applauded and stand up. And I don't understand. Maybe I missed something, but it doesn't look as profound to as. Maybe we just have seen many TED Talks, way too many for this moment.
To me, it's actually somewhat disrespectful to never open the box, because he may have intended to give you something sentimental or meaningful to your life, and you never bother to open the box so you can value what he gave you. So to me, it's a little bit disrespectful to not open a present that someone gives you.
Gerard, please.
This guy, J.J. Abrams, brought a famous TV series named Lost. There were people in an island and many mysteries. But at the end, most of those mysteries weren't resolved, People were not content with that. They actually were quite disappointed, because you open a lot of mysteries and then you don't solve them. So that's the point.
Yeah.
So maybe audience just applauded because he's a famous guy. He is his kumir, can you say so? He's the leader. They like Lost or something like that.
Maybe.
And teacher Lee said about respect and these gifts, pocket gifts. And I recall the story. When I was young, it was disrespectful to open these boxes. You have to open them later, after the party. When I was young, when you have a birthday party, people bring you some gifts, packet gifts, and you open that after. But what I see now tradition is changed. You give this box and you have to open it, have to show what you get. I don't know why. Diana, can you remember that?
Well, yeah. I don't know why. It's like Soviet tradition. So you don't, maybe, because we did not have a lot of good things. Maybe sometimes it's just not to put the person who brings you the present into the, this position when they have to reveal what they brought. Because I remember one story when my little sister had a birthday, and she had a lot of guests, all the kids from her, I don't remember, first grade or second grade. And one girl brought her just a shoelace. one. One shoelace. Can you imagine that? So, well, but it was not a big deal because it was not wrapped or anything. She just, gave her that shoelace, and that was it. But I think that it is not actually very polite not to open the presents. I think it is polite just to show respect to the person, to open the present, and to show that you are interested in what the person gives you as a present, So when you are not opening and just put it on the pile, for me, it is just like, okay, one more present. Okay, come in, sit down and eat something. It's just, I don't know. I think it is more polite to open and to show that you are interested and to say thank you so much. Yes, that's exactly what I needed. Just like that. Even if you are not very, you need to. Another thing that we should teach children to be grateful for whatever shit might be in that box. So, but yeah, that's the other thing then.
Teacher Lee?
I was going to say another reason that it may be polite, or I should say wise or prudent, to open it when they give it to you. It may be something that they want to immediately reminisce with you about. It may be a memento of your old times or something. So when you look at it and you go, oh, I remember this, so you may be robbing them of that moment of reminiscing if you don't open it right away. But you can't predict it,
Diana, please.
Yeah, I just remember another another story from my very, very recent experience with my just with my friend already. And she loves, on her birthday, she loves to kind of test people, they bring all those presents to her and she says, okay. And she just makes the line, and she says, okay, now I will open this present, and the person is supposed to tell me why he gives me this present to me. So, and you're just sitting over there thinking, just, oh my goodness, what I'm going to say in front of all those people. Why did I bring this thing to her, So that's, well, not very polite from her, I would say, because yeah, no, that's the difference.
But I think I can provide a few points in defense of unpacking gifts.
Okay.
First of all, if it's avoid comparison, it's that some gift may be good, some gift may be cheaper, maybe expensive, and it's avoid comparison at all. So no one feels embarrassed. Another thing that especially children, when they are not motivated, they are bad actors. And when grandmother makes a gift like a new sweater, you can expect reaction something unpleasant. Or something like that. I can remember many my disappointments about gifts. I expected, I don't know what I expected, new bicycle, but I gave a bunch of books and some exercise books and anything else, but never what I wanted.
Right.
So maybe how to say, unpacking, no, not unpacking, maybe I missed in these negations. Non-unpacking. Maybe when you don't unpack it in the public, it saves some nerves.
Right.
Yeah, for grannies. Yeah, it's easier for grannies.
Yes.
In the USA, sometimes we can walk into a store and they'll have a little shelf and it'll have bags closed and stapled closed, and it'll say grab bag or surprise package. And usually the price is kind of cheap, like $5. And there's a sign that says guaranteed value of the contents $20. So they're selling you $20 worth of things for $5, but every package is different. And when you buy it for $5, you don't know what you're buying. So you open it up and it's a surprise package. Oh, I got this. That's junk. Oh, I got this. Oh, I can use that. You know, and it's just a mystery box surprise for fun, really.
Well, we don't have exactly that, but every time when I buy some electronics in China, it's like that.
Yeah, surprise box.
I never know will it work or not. So sometimes it's cheap and works, sometimes it's expensive and doesn't work. It's always a surprise. But in your case of this grab bag, how economics work in this case? Where they get $15?
It's usually stuff they don't want, you know, junk or something they, you know, gifts that someone gave
Nobody
them.
buys.
Yeah, it's just miscellaneous junk. They're trying to clear the shelves. Maybe like a toy store has these toys that nobody ever buys, so they put them in a grab bag and try to make a few bucks off of it because nobody will buy it otherwise. So it's usually kind of a get rid of excess inventory. Get something instead of nothing.
So, Vasant, how you choose gifts in your place? Do you unpack it in public, or how it's happen?
We usually keep those gifts and open it after everyone is gone. It's kind of allocating a separate hour to open unpacking those gifts.
I see. Do you have this grab bags or surprise something goods? Can you buy it? What teacher Lee just describe it?
No, yeah, we do not have such a surprise. Okay, some people prefer to buy some surprise gifts, which is mostly like a boxer's hand inside the box. It just punch you when you open it, so it's kind of a little funny thing. Box.
So it's a kind of joke gifts. We have a lot of them too.
Yes.
But I never like that. I think most of them are mean or something. Never understand this kind of jokes. Jack, how it's in Spain? How you open your gifts? Do you pack them?
I think we open them when we receive them. We don't open them like privately. It's nice to open the gift in front of the person who gives the gift, you know, because the person put some illusion in the gift, so they want to see our reaction. And if we don't like the gift too much, we need to conceal this feeling. Right. Maybe then we'll sell it on eBay.
and hope that the guy who gave it to you never, you know,
open the page of eBay.
yeah, open your page.
Grab bag, $100 value for only $30, but you don't know what you're buying. Yeah.
Right.
But regifting is a usual place for that, and I have seen in many shows in America that people regift things, just pack it back and prepare for the next case.
Yeah. Regifting, yeah.
Okay. Why do you think mystery attracts people? Complicated one. Gerard, can you answer? Why do you think mystery attracts people? Why we love it?
We like surprise in our lives. Not always the same, having the same things. That's boring, you know. That remembers me Matrix, you know. They choose a world where many things happen, not a very boring world where everything was in peace. It's like mankind needs troubles and different things happen. Maybe some of them are negative, but otherwise, if we don't have negative things, we wouldn't enjoy the positive things.
In Matrix, I can remember that in Matrix, some guy liked to return back. and to avoid the surprise. But speaking about surprises and mystery, teacherly, is there some difference between these things, surprise and mystery? Is it some connotations with them?
Yeah, they're a little different. A surprise is just unexpected. A friend visiting you that you haven't seen in 10 years may be a surprise, but it's not a mystery. A mystery is usually something that's unexplainable, inexplicable. So a mystery is usually something unknown and no one can know the answer. So there's a big dip. The universe is a big unknown, but it's also a surprise. Every time we find something, that one little thing we discover, wow, that's a surprise. So a mystery is a bigger, more hidden phenomenon or matter of understanding, whereas a surprise is just anything you don't expect. A car crash is sometimes a surprise.
I see. So I have one mystery in my house. I have these small headphones and I have many pairs of them, because from my table they disappear sometimes and they return back. I don't know how. And it's always a mystery and I don't like that. Sometimes I think that there is an alien in my house, in my home. So, Vasant, can you provide us examples of mystery and surprise, as teacher Lee just explained it?
Okay, I cannot exactly say, but surprises can happen whatever happens in your life, right? Like any different. Oh, just a minute.
Okay. Diana, maybe you? Why Vasant's okay?
Well, I'm thinking about mysteries and surprises. Well,
Diana, your sound is broken again. Something happened.
I'm sorry.
Please try to rejoin maybe.
Yes, just a moment.
Okay, problem with sounds. But it's interesting to get the difference between these nouns because so mystery more about riddle, right? More about something that puzzles you, right? Something like this.
Unexplainable, yeah. Why did this happen? How did this happen? That's a mystery. Murder mystery. Who killed this guy? That's a mystery. It's unknown information that why did they kill him? It raises questions in our mind. A surprise doesn't raise questions because it's instantaneous. A mystery you can look at, study it for years. So there's also a time element.
And it makes more sense now in these talks, because I think you cannot just you cannot make a surprise in movie. You cannot make audience wait something by surprise. You can do that by mystery, right? So
right.
Because surprise just happened. You didn't expect it, then that bam, plane crash. Right. Nothing else.
Now what they'll do is they'll start playing spooky music. Woo, woo, so you know something's going to happen. So you're expecting a surprise.
Right.
But
and I do hate these movies when spooky music plays and nothing happens because I'm ready for that. Jeff, please.
Sometimes it's better not to know, like magic tricks. Everybody wants to know magic tricks, but what's the point of that? Because when you know the trick, it doesn't, it loses all the interest. It's better not to know, or maybe you try to find out, but if someone explains the trick to you, that make the trick worthless.
Right. And some shows, some long series, when they trying to explain this, sometimes I don't like the ends of the show because they make the mystery during the season, and then in one series they have to abruptly reveal all these things, and usually it's clumsy. I don't like this. For me, it's better let it be a mystery. Okay, I'm fine if I don't know what is happening, but don't do this in 5 minutes. What I expected for a year. So Jan, I forgot what was the question for you, but
Yes, I also forgot. How about my sound now? Is it better?
better.
Okay.
Maybe about example of mystery and
Yes.
surprise, but
Mystery and surprises. Well, surprises. Well, I think that I got a lot of them. Sometimes people surprise me, you know. Sometimes my reactions can surprise me. So it's easy, actually. A lot of things can surprise you. What about mysteries? Mysteries. Not many mysteries in my life, I'm afraid. I don't know. Just.
Not many. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
No example.
At least we have a Schrödinger cat, right?
Ah, that's a mystery. That's right. Okay.
Another question from our Padlet. He said sometimes mystery is more important than knowledge. Do you agree? And what does it mean?
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. For example, if you knew when you are going to die, I would prefer the mystery, you know, not to know the exact time. With this mystery, I could live, you know, so happier.
Right.
So
Good example, right?
example.
And then it will be surprise, right?
Yeah, and then it would be surprised, but you did not, you know, like I had an example of this kind of thing. So when I was in Kiev, I was working with the trainers. So they said we were talking about death. So it was a very optimistic topic. So we were talking about death and how to say that? Euthanasia, something like that.
Euthanasia.
Euthanasia, yes, like the medically assisted death, something like that. And we were talking about these burials, these wakes and everything. And one of the trainers said that my mom actually was very good at that. She died during her brother's funeral. So she just sit on the chair and died. And everybody was in the mood already. So everybody was like crying for the deceased, her brother, you know. So, and then the very day, this very day, during the wake, she just sat and died.
Huh.
Very nice of her. And I don't remember why I started to tell you this story.
Yes.
So, but it was a good example of something. I don't know. I wanted to make a point.
About surprise, I think.
It was a surprise.
It was a mystery and a surprise.
It's a mystery because how did she do that? How did she will herself to die at that moment, you know?
That's right. That's yeah, and it was a surprise for everybody. And well, yeah. So you can have a surprise and a mystery in one box. Mystery box.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think many people know that, right? We have many examples when people predict that they will gone. Something I have heard from all this many times that I will not see this summer, and it happened. Something like this.
Well, when
So
you're 100 years old, yes, that's the chances are getting higher and higher. You know. So, yeah, and you're feeling not so well, you know, you're just feeling worse and worse. That's why you can probably tell.
In Gravity, I have a bad feeling about this mission.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, but from black humor to the question. Sometimes mystery is more important than knowledge.
About the knowledge, yes. Yes, it was about the knowledge. So, yeah.
I don't know the answer. I actually don't understand the question. Why we compare that?
Right. What do I understand what is mystery then, and what is knowledge then? So not all mystery. Yeah.
I think the question is, let's say, would you rather be told how something works, or would you rather discover how something works yourself? Maybe that's what they're getting at. If I give you knowledge, I'm going to tell you how this machine works. Boom. Or would you rather get in there and look around, explore it, and flip switches and figure it out yourself and say, oh, I figured out how this thing works myself. You know, you work a little bit for it. So I think maybe that's what he's getting at.
I see. So it's a good question, by the way. I can remember when I was young, I read a lot of detectives, and detectives should have some mystery inside, right? Some riddle, some puzzles, something what you trying to solve in your mind. And I found that I have my own classification of good detective and bad detective stories. And in my classification, good detective story is something that provides you enough facts that you can solve that. So you just sit and think about it, and then you find, was you right or was you mistaken, but it's your choice. And bad detective, it's something I can remember my feeling. I was disappointed hardly when I read a book, and then after just just show some facts that will not be provided to you,
wasn't provided, right?
Wasn't provided to you, and that solves the mystery. So it's obvious now.
Yeah, that's kind of, yes, I understand the feeling, because it's just the author just lies to you all this time because he doesn't give you all the facts. Yeah, that's frustrating, right?
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's Agatha Christie or something like that. What I read detective story one by one, and in each story there was a hidden fact, something what wasn't shown to you, and that solves the mystery. It's my feeling. Maybe I got it wrong, but
maybe it's like true woman nature, just don't give all the facts. Just leave some mystery in that mystery. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Cannot how we call that usually? Cannot I forgot. Not confirm, not refuse that. What is the saying about this? you told me once, but I forget. I cannot confirm that. I know.
Confirm or deny.
Confirm or deny. Okay.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay. So someday I will remember that.
All right.
Teacher Lee?
I think another aspect of this question is it's like Confucius and the man with the fish. If you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. If you teach a man to fish, give him knowledge, he eats for a lifetime. If I give you knowledge and you don't have to work for it, you may be satisfied with that knowledge and be complacent and never learn anything more. But if I give you a mystery, that may drive you internally to try to find out more and expand your knowledge into even bigger areas, perhaps. So I think it's a matter of inspiration. If I give you knowledge, you're not inspired. But if I give you a mystery, you're inspired, and you will strive to do more. You'll work harder. You'll get more involved in life, if you will.
Well, it's hard to argue with that. It's pretty obvious. But I like another version of this saying. Give people a bread and he will eat in one day. Give him a fish and stick, and next day you can sell him a boat, a bait.
Yeah. He'll be your customer forever. That's right.
We call that capitalism.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell you a printer that's only $50, but the ink replacement is $100, and you got to do it once a week. I hate printers. Yeah.
And also, I can recall that in my job, I was more successful in learning when I have a lot of mystery outside. When I don't understand what's happening on, I give books, internet, something, forums, and trying to figure out. When you know everything, you think in your how we call it, in your department, in your narrow angle of job, how we call it?
Yes, field.
Field. In your field, yes, you getting lazy. You don't need to learn something.
That's right.
That's why I like some accidents, some mystery.
Mhm.
Okay. So we have a question about Steve Jobs. Let me copy it. He mentioned he was inspired by technology, and Steve Jobs made a reference to his lost poster while he was representing his technology. Do you know such real-life examples? So examples of how we call it, symbiosis from the last class, right? We teach the word symbiosis.
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 Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hard to say, but I think I think it's more. It applies more to creative people. You know, many book writers borrow ideas from each other. They not borrow; they inspired by ideas. So someone filmed Star Trek, and then we have 100 sagas about cosmos, space.
Yes.
Yeah, Star Trek probably inspired Star Wars. Who knows? Yeah.
It looks so, yes, and not only Star Treks, a lot of sci-fi movies, and these ideas they became true in our minds. No one have to be told what is fathers. Everyone knows who is aliens. Everyone knows because it's a real thing now. Because it's a notion. All these weapons, all these sub-warp engines, and so on. So,
yeah, it may actually lead us to invent that. Now that we've imagined it, maybe we can invent it. You know.
And we have an example in our history, right, Diana, about Jules Verne. How they call him? So Jules Verne, author who wrote a lot of books.
Yes.
And I don't know any book how it's called in English. I read it in Russian.
Yeah.
So 1,000 miles.
Yes, they were written in French. So yes, Jules Verne.
Yes, and he predicted a lot of invention, right? Submarines.
Right.
What else? I forgot.
Rockets. Travel to the
Probably.
moon.
Yes. So, so maybe Jules, famous writer. So maybe Star Trek will make us to make this to make these rockets. Okay, what else? And this one, and I try to joke in our questions about this rule number 2. Can you recall this from the talk? Rule number 2 is never hurt Tom's nose. He said in the movie industry there are 3 rules, and never hurt Tom's nose is rule number 2. So what do you think? What is rule number 1? Number 3?
Something. It must be something really important, you know. So
rule number 1 might be make money. I don't know.
Right.
But sometimes Gerard said that it's not always pleasant to know the tricks of this magic, but sometimes it's very interesting. I never thought about this problem with Tom's nose. I never think about it. Well, who cares? Just I don't know how they film it, but when he shows this show with us this riddle, I start to think about how to film the torture scene and don't hurt anyone.
Yeah.
And I think that they found elegant solution, just to hurt yourself.
Right.
It was funny.
Yeah, it was nice.
Okay, and our time is over almost. So
I know what rule number 1 for Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Don't put him next to a taller person because he's a small and he has some complex, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And
That's a really hard job to find a shorter person than Tom Cruise. Yeah.
okay. And tomorrow we are going to have a movie class about romantic story, right, Diana? About a girl.
Oh my goodness! Yes, yes, yes. My poor Bruce was dead by the end, so I'm not gonna watch it again. No.
Okay. Okay. So thank you for coming. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
See you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, see you.